MMORPGs kinda suck. Even when an MMORPG is good, it still kinda sucks. I don't get the appeal of them. I used to love the idea of customizing my character and exploring the world with my friends. But then I actually played an MMO, and after about 150 hours, I had to stop lying to myself. It sucked. I've tried my hand at a couple different MMOs, and they're all the same. They all suck. MMORPG is the one and only genre in the entire medium where it is impossible to feel genuinely accomplished. You grind your way through enemies, you upgrade your character, you grind your way through enemies with slightly larger numbers, rinse, lather, repeat from here to eternity. The biggest issue is the eternal status quo. Most missions in an MMORPG consist of you fighting your way through a group of enemies, but you don't, because they infinitely respawn. You can sit there and do nothing and the enemies won't make any progress. You can fight all day, every day for years and they won't stop coming. Nothing ever changes. Your actions mean nothing. But then the flimsy excuse for a story tells you otherwise. That's what separates the passable ones from the bullshit. DC Universe Online, World of Warcraft, Lord of the Rings Online, Final Fantasy XIV to an extent, all frame themselves around this problem. In DC Universe Online, the one I have the most experience with, it's never about putting a permanent end to Brainiac's invasion. It's about proving that you can hold your own in a fight. The actual stories and the raids, which canonically only happen once and repeated playthroughs of the same raid, are treated like simulations meant to train you for the next batch of canonical events. But that just leads to another problem. MMORPG is an oxymoron. MMOs are massive multiplayer online where every single player is just a cog in a greater machine, living their lives and playing the game. An RPG is a role-playing game built around customizing and developing your character and making them special. This is why so many MMORPG stories are ass. Destiny, The Old Republic, Final Fantasy XIV, Elder Scrolls Online, yeah, that's right, I fucking said it. All of them feature you, the player, as your factions, one last hope, the chosen one meant to break the status quo, while also featuring the thousands of other players, being told the same things by the same NPCs, with nothing to show for any of your efforts except some new clothes and bigger numbers. They're single-player games that'll throw you out if you have a bad connection and where you have to share the glory with the other players. Teamwork is great. I won't knock anyone for finding enjoyment from co-op or competitive play. But RPGs are not built for that. If I wanted to play a multiplayer shooter, I'd play Call of Duty or Battlefield. If I wanted an RPG, I'd play Skyrim or Dragon Age. If I wanted to play Final Fantasy, I'd shoot myself and then I'd play one of the games that makes me feel like I'm having an impact on the world and the characters I'm fighting alongside. There's nothing that MMOs do that aren't done better by literally every single game out there. I could go on for hours describing my experience with DC Universe Online, one of the better examples of this format, by the way, and how I got to a point where it just felt like a time sink. Get a life, and if you can't, at least spend what little precious time you have to play games that don't boil down to a bunch of numbers smacking each other with janky animations. I'm Mediocrity4. Thanks for watching.